insufficient levels of error.
Jordan said that he'd be stepping away to make some, which is fine since Trusty Tony's out of commission.
Yeah, he needs to cram some food into his face, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron, if Potman wants to come along and look for specific things, that's...
He will.
Yeah, go ahead and set your endurance point value back up to full, since I think your character just woke up earlier this day. Yeah, so you'd be at full endurance.
Now, mind you, the truck we have only has a
essence
two-person...
still at 4?
Essence is still at 4.
Okay.
The truck we have still only has a two-person cab, so that means people are riding in the back if they're coming.
The truck that they located is a small, adorable, like, red Toyota pickup with a stick shift.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, but it has a bed.
The cab can basically only fit 2 unless, like, a small person wants to sit in the middle with the stick.
Oh my.
Yes.
It's going to become very risque stick shift.
Yeah, Ace waves off the prospect of traveling, saying that he'd rather stay here in his condition. He doesn't want to go back out.
In his condition?
Yeah, you know, he
must be worse off than I expected.
He lost...
Fucking old people.
He lost 14 life points.
Fucking old people.
And, you know, the averages, if you have, like, 2s in strength and con, is 26. So...
Right.
He's a bit better than average,
did
but he's still roughed up.
off of a bridge.
You did fall off of a bridge inside a vehicle, yes.
Whoa, I didn't get that full story.
Yeah.
Inside a vehicle basically lacking any sort of safety devices.
Yeah. Not only did Jordan fail the drive checks, he rolled 1s.
That's the best.
He basically took him off a 10-foot overpass. And
as you do.
Wanted to be cool.
Yeah, I assume it was... Right
I thought it would be cool.
Right there,
I
going
was
under.
Right.
Like, I imagine the road goes over 340 there, and we went off of it. That's what I'm seeing in my head.
Let me go ahead and make a first aid check there for missing on Ace.
So yeah, if I just suddenly catastrophically disconnect, it's probably something typical happening.
Okay. Something typical, got it.
I would love to get first aid done, but I don't want to run our supplies down.
What's that roll for?
Can you get first aid without supplies?
No.
Don't you?
No, you would be using first aid kit uses.
Yeah, it uses medical supplies every time.
Uses medical supplies every time.
Aaron, you're on Origin now.
Yes.
Just making sure.
So that's what happened. You
He downloaded Origin.
No.
Before my computer crashes, I want to say I've had Origin on it for over a year and nothing bad's happened.
Well, nothing catastrophic's happened.
Obviously, Grimith, you're a collaborator.
It's true. Corporate
He's a
Grimith.
collaborator.
Collaborating.
I'm a content creator.
It's from all those Origin games that you've advertised for free for them.
Yeah.
Monster.
Okay, so we're
I do need medical attention. I've got a kit on me in my backpack.
I don't think I'm hurt badly enough to really...
Oh yeah, and Eugene can end up being introduced to another character who's standing and talking with Fletch that he's never seen before.
Oh yeah,
What the fuck is this?
Eugene, this is
Did you bring
Grace.
home
You
another
slept?
one?
I swear to God, if you say anything, I'm going to hit you.
Did you bring another one back?
If you say anything more, I'm going to hit you.
Dude.
I had nothing of that sort.
Can you just never keep it in your pants? Jesus Christ.
What? No. I just take a step away from Vlad. So, I'm Grace. Who are you?
This is Potman. Potman, not Eugene. Potman.
Potman, huh?
Yes.
Do you sleep, Potman?
No, he doesn't.
I just woke up.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, do you ever sleep on purpose?
You sure? Fuck are you?
I'm Grace. I already said that.
Yeah, that doesn't really
So-
explain the
Yeah, what's
whole who you are
what's the
thing.
problem? We've brought people in before, then you didn't flip the fuck out.
Ace
I kind of fucking did.
Ace will call out from down the stairwell, "Look, Riggs didn't kill her already, Eugene, so she's fine."
Oh.
Look over to Fletch and ask, is he talking about the mummy?
Who?
The mummy, the guy with the stuff all over his face. Kind of an asshole?
What?
Oh, not really a mummy, but sure.
The one silver lining to Ray dying and you fucking feed it to someone else.
Good to see you too. So yeah. Seriously. I'm heading out. If you guys want to come, that's whatever.
Yeah, I've got the address of the fucking library here.
Really not seeing why you're flipping the fuck out here, though. Like, seriously, you were much less concerned when, like, 5 people joined than 1.
No, I wasn't.
Well, you were a
I
lot
just
less
thought that was
vocal
going to
about
be the
it
end
then.
of it.
Yeah, I doubt even this will be the end of it. Although maybe next time they won't be female, so you won't bite my fucking head off over it.
I don't know if your history's anything to go by.
Mm-mm. Right, because I've slept with so many of the women here.
I'm just saying, it seems to be kind of your weakness.
Because I've slept with so many of the women here.
I mean, I didn't say you were successful with it.
Uh-huh.
So are we
Shake
going to go
my
ahead
head
and
and
like
walk
some
out
wood
towards the
books
truck.
or what?
Just shake my head and walk out towards the truck.
Gonna follow behind a little distance away. Let those
I
two.
was going to bundle up his map and his address list and
Get in
You
the
ready
back
to
of the
go?
vehicle.
sure.
All right.
That's
Okay. We go ahead and drag the 3 of you on over to Happy Little Fun Time. Trusty
excuse
County
me,
Work.
but it's statutory rapist.
Okay. Go ahead and use
But
your
even that
driving.
implies some kind of wrongdoing.
Go ahead and use your amazing driving car / pickup truck skill and give me a dexterity plus driving -3.
I hope this thing goes off the cliff with him in the back of it.
Go ahead and make
We're
another
working
one
on it.
for me.
I'm not very good with cars, but I don't think that's how you drive.
Oh, God.
So, you remember that overpass with the 10-foot drop? You know, it's funny. It's almost like a repeat. Fletch will have the time to appreciate this irony with the extensiveness of his photographic memory.
At
As
least
his,
you didn't roll once.
Just he's now shifted over 1 seat.
it's like his grudge of like, oh, I hope this thing fucking goes over. I don't know what the hell, pissed in Potman's Cheerios and then died, and there's like the Zombear still on the bridge, and Fletch's like, oh fuck, and rapidly swerves the Toyota, and there it goes. So everyone will have one action as the truck goes off the road and begins making the 10-foot drop.
Maybe at least not being a piece of shit, this thing might have airbags.
Is this what happened to all of you last time?
Basically.
Gonna attempt
A
to break
10-foot drop,
all
huh?
optical health.
10-foot drop, yes.
Onto what?
Basically,
Solid ground.
solid ground. It's gonna be like dirt and rock down there. A little bit of grass.
Dirt, rock, and grass, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I think Potman might be safer trying to jump out the back.
Let's see, what sort of skill would you say that he'd be attempting to use? Because I don't think he has acrobatics, I think it would just be a difficult dexterity test.
You couldn't use dodge?
No, I don't think dodging applies in this situation. I think
Dodge.
it would be an acrobatics thing.
I see.
It's not like you can dodge the ground hurtling at you.
Alright. Would I be accurate in that? Would Potman stand a fairly good chance of being able to hop out and just roll across the ground?
I would say that he would take reduced damage with a successful difficult
How is
dexterity
there
test.
reduced damage from somebody's body smacking the ground compared to the impact being spread through a vehicle?
Because
He's not being smashed into the metal in the back.
That and he's intentionally making the jump, and if he successfully does that, it allows you to disperse it, like the parkour people.
Yeah.
It's like the rules in Dungeons & Dragons if you intentionally jump versus falling.
I'm calling
He's trying to
bullshit
turn it
on
into
that.
a roll instead of...
The fact that
He's trying
a
to turn it into a roll
body
instead of slamming
into the
head
ground.
first into the
No, I'm not.
metal of the
Well, no, I
inside
don't mean
of
his
the truck's
situation
back.
specifically, but the idea that a person slamming into the ground with their body is potentially going to be more damaging than people inside a vehicle. It disperses all
He's
of
not
the...
slamming into it like with his belly flopping. He's
Yeah,
dispersing
dude,
it. That's
he's-
what the difficult dexterity test is for, and that's
That's
why it's
kind of
gonna.
the point of this roll. He's trying to jump out and
No,
you know,
the
do a
point
proper
of the
landing.
dispute is that the vehicles are designed to disperse that energy themselves.
Sure, and they can also crush you.
Less likely.
At any rate, considering the situation, you would have to leap out. I'd say difficult dexterity test at a minus 2 penalty.
-2, huh?
-2.
And if I fail, I'll just be taking the same amount of damage anyway, and if I get like a...
No, I think there should definitely be consequences. If you fail, you take more damage. We'll say an
Okay, I
extra
don't-
d6.
I don't think that this is within the reasonable chance of success territory. In that case, Potman just tries to grab a hold of literally anything and tucks into the smallest ball he can.
Okay. Alright. Everyone takes 4d6 points of damage.
Oh,
Yeah, well, Tony can go suck a dick.
Not feeling too great.
See, there's no rules for reducing falling damage, and all flesh must be eaten. I'm willing to give it a try, but failure should end up having a consequence for that. But I'd probably end up saying, like, the fucking truck hits you, because you poorly jump and BAP! Oof. Alright, let me go ahead and roll for damage to the truck. Alright. Truck handled that fairly well, all things considered. Alright.
He's not dead, so...
Alright, so, yeah, the truck comes to a hurtling halt. It's only 10 feet, and then, it floats back. It actually lands on its wheels. The front of it is pretty jacked. The headlights are busted. Airbags definitely did, at least the driver's side activated, but it ended up being, a little awkward for the pressure that it ended up putting, since the 19 damage was still taken. And thankfully, no zombies this time. The few that were up there also come falling off, breaking their legs in the process. The truck might have actually ended up falling on a few and crushing them.
The ones that were still there from
Yes,
last...
and the truck just comes, bounces and actually lands on its wheels. Front is pretty jacked up, airbags activated. Potman still manages to stay within the cab of the truck, as it were. Bouncing around a bit. The cab with the flatbed.
Sit there moaning in even more pain for a few minutes. God
Potman
damn bears.
Potman kind of gives the back windshield an open-handed slap, yelling, "Are you guys all right?"
Fletch is at 1 life point. I'm pretty sure he does not look even remotely alright.
He's hurt.
I'll be okay. He looks pretty fucked up.
Fuck, can you drive?
Two goddamn crashes
very
in one
well.
day.
This is great. I hope we drive. Up your ass. 6.
I had a feeling it was going to happen.
Not so easy now, huh?
It's pretty easy to drive off a bridge, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you and me both. You and me did it today.
I didn't roll ones.
But you.
Doesn't matter, you still fail.
I didn't roll ones.
You rolled
I did
2.
twice as good as he did.
That's right. On your 1d10 roll, you did twice as good.
Son of a bitch.
Yep.
So, I still have this first aid kit on me.
With Fletch's injuries, that would be a -3 penalty to most act. Oh no, it's just -2 because he has resistance pain. He's at 1 life point. And with 1 life point, you know, a stiff breeze could take him down below 0.
Sure, you
Yeah,
don't want
which
me
is why
to
someone else needs to drive now, probably.
patch you up real fast?
I would not be against you taking a look at it, because this is 2 injuries in the same exact goddamn spot.
And first aid can only be used on the latest one, so your character can certainly take a look, Chris, with an intelligence plus first aid, using up one of the first aid charges.
Our poor first aid charge.
That's a basic success. Get back a life point. Which, when you're less than 5, does matter. Okay.
And how about you, person
God
who didn't want me here?
Damn bridges.
You need any patching up? I mean, you did kind of not have a seatbelt back there.
I'd rather we get moving again.
Alright.
To punctuate this, as Fletch is finished getting patched up, from the bridge there ends up being a roar, and the bear manages to land somewhat gracefully on the ground, maybe 12 feet behind the truck.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ!
Go ahead and make a difficult willpower test, Eugene.
Could be worse. It could have landed in the truck.
Go, get out of here!
Fuck out, man.
It's the situation that we want to. Okay, it's just fuck.
Jesus fucking Christ, it's another zombie!
So the options are basically... There is no real option.
The option is drive. You drive.
The option is get out of here. We'll
no, it's
figure out
just
who's going to
figuring,
drive more later.
The truck, thankfully, is in still pretty good condition. You will not take further penalties, but it will still be that -3.
Even driving north out of the area.
You'll still have to get back onto the road from where you are, over the fallen bodies of zombies.
So it'd be a
Back.
-4 total.
Yes, counting your penalties from the injuries you sustained. Yeah.
Back across to fuck you overpass.
Well, I don't think there's much choice other than trying to drive it.
Okay.
Yeah, no one else can really take the wheel at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm not expecting good things.
I'm expecting amazing things.
Dexterity is 6, man. You got this.
Not expecting good things.
Dexterity
one.
is 6, man. Go ahead and
It's not a
roll.
one.
No. Yeah, it's still a 2. He's taking.
If it
an
were a
extra
1,
life
it would
point.
automatically do the rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, I would.
Go ahead and make that test again at the same penalty, Fletch. Okay. The truck does not end up crashing again. However, the little pickup gets mired in all the zombie blood and gore that's down here from when those zombies fell off to come crawling after you. And the wheels basically come to a halt. You did manage to maybe get an extra 20 feet away from the bear, so you're 34 feet away from it. So if I can make an accurate distance representation, I'll go ahead and do that. That basically puts the bear here.
It's about 15 miles.
Aaron wasn't here for that.
That's definitely much further than 15 miles.
Sure, everything is 15 miles away.
No.
Oh,
Well, no. Boonesboro, then there, and then from there to there. It's definitely longer than 15 miles.
So
Maybe.
the options are either very quickly try to get the truck moving again, or just get out and run.
Yes.
Yep, one of the two.
get out.
That truck you wanted so hard.
It'll still be there.
It'll still be here.
Besides, it's just a Toyota.
The expendable car.
Let's see, that extra 20 feet got us there.
Sure. You're still 15 miles away.
I think we should just turn it off, get out on foot, and run.
That's definitely an idea.
Potman can get into that camp.
'Cause otherwise we're gonna be sitting here trying to like rocket loose or something, and
It does not require full-on running that would immediately drain endurance. You're more along the lines of just basically just jogging away from the creature, which would basically be like 1 endurance point loss for every 10 minutes or something like that.
And you would, roll running marathon plus constitution to reduce that?
if it's one, it can't be reduced
If
any
it's one, it
further.
can't be reduced any further.
Oh.
It basically just aligns to the fact the bear is tireless, but you are inherently faster than the bear, so you
Eventually
can
we'll get
outjog
enough
it.
distance
Yes.
and get behind some things, and
It can't track you anymore. So yeah, we'll go and say each of you just loses 1 endurance point.
Okay.
One that could be restored, just by normal rest if you're into resting.
Interrupt.
That doesn't sound like a thing.
And yeah, so maybe, let's see, with your current condition, maybe 3-4 miles away from the outskirts of Fort Drake.
it'll take an hour and a half. I say we just walk it.
Well, I guess we can look for salvage on the sides of the road as we go.
That's a thing.
Maybe.
You can go ahead and do that.
Salvage, cars, whatever.
I will definitely take those opportunities just to rest against a car.
Oh no, Palma's basically just going to be peeking as they walk. He's not going to be stopping.
Sure.
General looking.
Why don't
Pretty
you
much.
why don't you give me a perception plus scavenging at a -4 penalty, Aaron?
Okay.
I would also
And
be assistance,
is that counting the
It is
sleep
not
deprivation
counting
penalty?
that. No,
Okay.
I'm just counting the modifier for this one, not your.
Okay, so an additional -1 on top of
an
that.
additional -1, yes. Okay, and you can certainly do that as well, Chris.
Mhm. Does acute sense of sight work on that or no?
Let me take a look at exactly the text for acute sight. Instead of
I think it's for
obtuse sight.
perception rolls.
See here. Gains a +3 bonus to any perception-related task or task that relies on that sense. And it'd be a perception plus scavenging. Sure.
And what was the minus in this one?
4. So 1d10 plus perception plus scavenging plus 1 for you.
It would be -1, right?
Yes. Find a pine cone air freshener, a little woolen cap, some tiny like baby booties. That's about it.
Like, how small of a woolen cap are we talking here?
Child sized. Something like maybe like an 8 or 9-year-old boy would wear.
Well, hey, the helmet fit.
Your Potman's head's a little too big for this.
He's got dreams of grandeur.
Okay.
But yeah, nothing of worth. Not that much could be expected while trudging up here. Ends up getting close to evening, then by the time you folks finally make it back to the outskirts of Fort Drake, that it's another 9-10 miles to get to the center.
Couple more hours.
Alright, I'm back.
Tony could come and meet you guys in the battle wagon.
They have no way of contacting you.
As soon as we're in radio range.
Far.
Yeah. Which would basically be roughly a mile away.
Oh,
At which point we're just
that's still
15
better than
minutes
nothing.
down the road.
yeah.
15 miles away.
Alright, it's a few extra hours of slow walking, giving you three plenty of time to socialize with each other if you show it.
Yeah, from kind of the feeling I was getting as we were leaving, I couldn't imagine there'd be too much socializing.
Oh, crap.
Fletch is more interested in keeping his spaghetti on the insides.
Spaghetti.
Most of my concerns would be with Potman not shoving Grace over a cliff or something.
Yeah, because those cliffs in Maryland, they just appear out of nowhere.
Hey, man, you
They
don't know.
apparently do if you're driving.
Apparently they're along with the bears, man. It takes a few hours, but you do, as night settles in, make it back to the Twin Towers.
You guys look like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
What happened?
grumblingly walk past up towards the bedroom.
What happened, Potman?
Fucking
Fletch
bears
drove
come
over a
out
cliff
fucking nowhere.
with
Wait,
me
wait,
in
wait,
the
wait.
back of the truck.
Wait. Where was this cliff? Was it at the intersection of blank and blank?
It was an
Oh,
over.
intersection
no.
of bare and narrow road.
Was there a
Yeah,
bear?
the zombie bear was a bit distracting me from
Was
the
there an
street
overpass?
signs. Yeah.
I knew it. Never mind. I'm back. Don't bother me. I'm glad you guys are okay, though.
As Fletch ends up walking, heading towards his bed, radio crackles to life and says, "This is Jax here. All personnel who are not immediately busy surveying the roof, head down to the horticulture labs as soon as you can."
Fuck.
Tempted
Would
not
Grace
to.
hear that? She hasn't been given any communication. It was
No, you don't have a radio, so you wouldn't hear anything.
I assume I'd notice people filtering out, though.
Hey. You.
Eh? Hello?
Here. Come on. I'm gonna show you why I'm upset about having to feed more people.
Alright. I'm gonna fall.
Because of our giant, massive pile of food you probably walked past on the way down.
Yeah. Is Trusty Tony gonna go?
Too busy.
Okay.
Gonna bring the crossbow, just out of habit.
Say.
In case Potman decides to flip out and kill her.
Alfonso ends up going up for the night, so Zane will end up going down. NPCs will go down. These
Potman will
folks-
mention as they're starting to climb down. And if you see a levitating arm, tell us.
Arm?
Yeah, it'll probably try and rip your skin off.
I'm honestly uncertain if you're being serious.
I'm being serious.
Samantha is about to leave, to head down, but as soon as she sees Fletch in the horrible condition that he's in, Samantha's like, "Oh no!" They, rush over to Fletch, try to help him get to
Kind
bed.
of hold a hand up and be like, I'll be fine. It's just, if they're all going down there, we should probably go sit up on the roof.
Okay.
Just
okay.
in case,
Okay.
I don't know, somebody breaks in while everybody's gone.
Sure.
Ugh.
She will.
Potman feels vindicated.
She will gingerly help you up the staircase. The cat will start following after Fletch.
Doing what cats do, constantly trying to rub against your legs while you're fucking walking.
Yep. You get up to the roof. Alfonso's just about to settle down. He looks over at you, says, "Jesus, you look like
Don't forget
shit."
tasting his blood, just to see if they like it.
It's coming up, just in response to Alphonse, it's gonna be like fucking bears and just lay down somewhere. Or if there's a chair, just like
Yeah.
crash out in the chair.
It's
pretty
a good
much.
response.
Alfonso had brought up like a folding chair, and he's like, "Fuck, you need this more than I do." All right, Alfonso
Fucking
will
bears.
will toss Fletch like a lit cigarette, like leave.
The cigarette lands and burns him.
Take 2 points
Oh
of
God, my
damage.
one life point.